Yo, what's up everyone? Today we're diving into the wildest, creepiest creatures lurking in the deep blue. The ocean is straight up terrifying, with 95% of it unexplored. So, buckle up as we check out some freaky sea beasts, from jellyfish that mess with your mind, to humanoid monsters that baffle scientists. But before we begin, support our channel by subscribing. Let's go! First up, we got the Ninjan. Ever heard of a creature that looks like a mix between a human and a whale? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, these dudes are real and are found in the Japanese and sub-Antarctic waters. The Ninjan, named for their human-like appearance, are aquatic humanoids that have left many baffled and scared. They're super rare and most sightings have been dismissed as hoaxes. But in 2010, Japanese whale researchers stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. They captured what they called the most legit Ninjan video ever, filmed in the icy waters of the Arctic. This footage, courtesy of the Japanese Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, shows a large creature with rounded features, an eerie smile, and glowing eyes. Some folks initially thought it was a new whale species, but marine biologists quickly debunked that, saying no known whale looks like this. So, what are we dealing with? Could this be the closest humans have ever gotten to proving the existence of the elusive Ninjan? Ukeni Jellyfish. You'd think the scariest sea creatures would be massive, right? Well, think again. What if I told you one of the most terrifying animals on the planet is only about 1 centimeter in diameter? Yeah. Meet the Ukeni Jellyfish, found in, you guessed it, Australia. This tiny terror has a reputation that far exceeds its size. Imagine swimming in the crystal clear waters, enjoying your day, when suddenly you start feeling an overwhelming sense of impending doom. You look around, but there's nothing in sight. Turns out, you've been stung by an Ukeni jellyfish. Unlike other jellyfish stings that cause immediate pain, this one doesn't hurt much at first. But give it a few minutes, and you'll experience severe symptoms, including an intense feeling of doom that can last for weeks. This jellyfish's venom is 100 times more potent than a cobra's and 1,000 times worse than a tarantula's. Some victims have even been driven to end their own lives because of the psychological torment. So, if you're ever in Australia, maybe skip the beach. Tongue-eating louse. The tongue-eating louse sounds like something out of a horror movie, right? This underwater parasite truly lives up to its nightmare status. Picture this. You're a fish, swimming peacefully when suddenly something latches onto your tongue. It doesn't just bite, it devours your tongue and then takes its place. That's right. The tongue-eating louse literally becomes the fish's new tongue, living in its mouth and stealing its food. Found from the coast of California all the way down to Ecuador. And even in the Atlantic, these parasites hop from one victim to another, repeating the cycle of terror. Imagine having a tongue with eyes and legs. Creepy, huh? These louses are relentless, moving on to new hosts once their current one dies, making them one of the ocean's most bizarre and disturbing creatures. Canada. Mysterious disc? Then there's this mysterious disc spotted in Ontario, Canada, near a nuclear power plant. Imagine seeing a large breathing disc in the water. What could it be? This strange sighting was filmed by Thomas Wall, who couldn't hide his confusion as he watched the round mass seemingly breathe. Despite throwing something into the water, the disc didn't move. Could it be some kind of mutant fish or sea animal affected by the nearby power plant? Or is it something entirely unknown? The fact that it didn't react to the disturbance makes it even more mysterious. Lancet Fish? Ever heard of a fish that's both a cannibal and a potential threat to humans? The Lancet Fish, also known as the handsaw fish, is a rare and fearsome predator. In 2014, one washed up in North Carolina, giving people a close-up look at its massive fangs and sleek, elongated body. These fish are known for their aggressive behavior, often preying on their own kind, including siblings, parents, and even their offspring. Their cannibalistic nature makes them one of the most dangerous fish in the ocean, and their encounters with humans, though rare, are best avoided. The sarcastic Fringe Head. Now, what would you do if you encountered a fish that's only about 10 inches long, but fearlessly aggressive, ready to attack anything that comes near its burrow? These feisty little fish live from 10 feet to 240 feet below sea level, just outside the breaker zone, along open coastlines. Their slender, elongated bodies and large, rounded heads make them quite a sight. But the real show begins when they open their huge jaws, lined with needle-like teeth, in a display of dominance. These jaws can extend past their eyes, making them look both hilarious and intimidating. These little warriors rush towards any intruder, ensuring their territory remains safe. They may not be the biggest fish in the sea, but they sure have one of the biggest personalities. The frilled shark aka living fossil. This unique shark, with its eel-like body and frill-covered gills, can be found in the deep marine areas of Japan and waters around Africa, living between 200 to 4,200 feet deep. The frilled shark typically grows to around 6.5 feet in length. Unlike most sharks, it has 6 gills, each covered by frill-like skin flaps from which it gets its name. These ancient predators use their long, thin bodies to navigate the deep, dark waters, hunting for squid and other fish. Their rarity and unusual appearance make them one of the ocean's most fascinating residents. What if you stumbled upon a creature that looked like it stepped right out of prehistoric times? The giant squid. These colossal creatures, once thought to be mythical, inhabit depths of 1,650 to 3,300 feet. Though their size has been exaggerated in myths, the largest recorded giant squid measured 43 feet. Researchers believe there might be up to 8 different species of giant squid, found worldwide from the shores of New Zealand to the Pacific Islands and the northern Atlantic Ocean. These deep-sea giants remain one of the ocean's greatest mysteries, with their elusive nature fueling countless legends and tales. Imagine swimming in the icy depths and out of nowhere, a massive squid, possibly up to 43 feet long, appears. The oarfish. Ever heard of a fish that's 36 feet long and weighs up to 600 pounds? This incredibly long, slender fish is the largest known bony fish and prefers depths of about 3,000 feet. Rarely seen, the oarfish was the basis for ancient sea serpent myths. Despite their fearsome reputation, they have no visible teeth and primarily feed on plankton. Their rarity means they are usually only seen when washed ashore or captured on film, like the one recorded by the US Navy in 2001. The oarfish's strange appearance and enormous size make it a creature of legends, fascinating anyone lucky enough to encounter it. The Bari fish. This is a fish with a transparent head and eyes that can rotate inside its skull. Found between 2,000 to 2,600 feet deep off California's central coast, this small fish grows to about 1.5 feet in length. Its barrel-shaped eyes are incredibly sensitive, allowing it to spot small prey, like fish, plankton, and jellyfish in the dark depths. The Bari uses its large flat fins to float nearly motionless in the water, conserving energy while it waits for food. Its transparent head, which allows it to see through its own skull, was first discovered intact by the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute in 2009. This fish's unique adaptation makes it one of the most intriguing deep-sea creatures. Would you also agree? The Chimera. A fish that looks like it was stitched together from random parts. Found around 4,200 feet deep, chimeras have no bones. Their skeletons are made of hardened cartilage. These ancient fish use sensory organs on their heads to detect electrical fields in the water, helping them locate prey. With mildly venomous spines along their backs, they are also known as ratfish, rabbitfish, and ghost sharks. They branched off from sharks around 400 million years ago, remaining mostly unchanged since the time of the dinosaurs. Their eerie appearance and ancient lineage make them a fascinating subject of study. Zombieworms. Now, what about creatures that feast on bones? Enter the zombieworms, or Osedax. Discovered around 10,000 feet deep, these worms grow to just a few inches long and feast on the bones of dead whales. They secrete an acid that dissolves the bone, exposing the protein and fat inside. Without a mouth or stomach, they rely on symbiotic bacteria to digest the nutrients, providing sustenance to the worm. Their unique feeding method and eerie nickname make them one of the ocean's most unusual inhabitants. The giant isopod. Let's talk about a creature straight out of an alien movie, the giant isopod. Found between 550 to 7,020 feet deep, these large crustaceans grow up to 16 inches long, making them the largest in the isopod family. They scavenge the deep seafloor, using their large antennae to find decaying marine life or slow-moving creatures like sea cucumbers. Their alien-like appearance and scavenging lifestyle make them a fascinating example of deep-sea adaptation. Did we leave out any sea creatures that could give you guys the creep? Help us out in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Your opinion matters to us. Water bears. Meet the tardigrades, or water bears. These microanimals, found worldwide in extreme conditions, can survive in the vacuum of space, withstand extreme temperatures and pressures, and even endure severe dryness. With about 800 known species, tardigrades are virtually indestructible, encasing themselves in a glass-like substance when they die. Their resilience and adaptability make them some of the most incredible creatures on Earth. Have you ever heard of a creature that can survive almost anything? Bobbit worm. Lastly, a nightmare-inducing predator that grows up to 10 feet long. Found around 30 to 150 feet deep in the Indo-Pacific region, these worms lie in wait for prey to pass by, then strike with their powerful retracting jaws. Covered in bristles that can cause permanent nerve damage, bobbit worms are terrifying predators capable of slicing fish in half with a single strike. Their speed, sharp teeth, and nightmarish appearance make them one of the ocean's most fearsome creatures. Alright, that's it for today's deep dive into the ocean's scariest creatures. Which one freaked you out the most? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more crazy content. Catch you later.